everyone, Takahmasak here. Welcome back to Dragon Warrior 3. Last time I came up to this cave. If you remember where this is, if you return to Tantagal and you go to the northwest a little bit, I'm going to bump this down slightly. I don't think it makes a difference to you guys, but it's just loud as hell on my side. But there's this cave up here which I kind of put off for a very good reason. It's not too bad of an idea. I'll go over this first. Off screen, I got 2 more shields of strength, so I have at least 3 people that can use that to cast heal more on themselves in battle. But if you don't have that, you might want to go just grab boatloads of medical herbs. So yeah, that's what we have for now. And the reason you want to do that is because this cave is a bitch. There's a shield in here that we need to get. Well, I guess we don't have to get. But the enemies in here are murderous, and to make matters worse, we can't use magic in here whatsoever. So we have Troll Kings. If these guys were able to, they would cast Limbo on me, but they themselves, I believe, are susceptible to it, but not that we can do anything about that at the moment. So this is the strongest version of the Troll. And hit both? Hey, alright. Yeah, this works just like the basement of the pyramid did without the golden claw boosting our encounter rate on the way out, so yeah, there's a very good reason I want to have a bunch of people that are able to cast heal more on themselves for free like that. So let us sneak around this way. And 6 Troll Kings thus far. I know there's more monsters than that in here. I think there's at least 2 or 3 more. And there was a little different. It put a winged demon as one of the Troll Kings. And I think you can actually get through the game just fine without coming and grabbing this, because it's just a defensive shield. But I think it's about 10 defense higher than the Shield of Strength, which we have now. But I'm going to hold on to that either way. And we've made it all the way to the bottom. I'm not going to use that hole. Are you kidding? I know a trick hole when I see one. No, here's the treasures that we could have gotten. And 960 bucks. Even more money! What is it with 1016? That's like the third or... Yeah, that's like the 3rd time I can remember that we've gotten that specific amount. And here we have the Stone of Life. That is, if it's in your inventory, and say we were to fight... Oh, I don't know, maybe like a Mimic chest. If defeat was supposed to hit you, and you're carrying that stone, I believe it hits the stone and not the character. So, obviously the Mimic is severely crippled in a place like this. He can't use any of his magic. So, I'll just... Excuse me. But most importantly, we can come over here, and we can get the Shield of Heroes. Obviously only equipable by the hero. Sword of Kings, Armor of Radiance. Gotta get rid of that bronze shield. Shield of Heroes. Yeah, just gives them another 10 defense. I don't think there's like a best helmet. I'm pretty sure there's not anyway. So that's kind of a weird thing. I'm gonna pass over... I don't want Leonard to have that. Leonard is eventually gonna be busy doing other things. What happens if you come in here? Okay, whatever. I'm gonna walk back out of here. The few enemies we could have met up with, I think you can meet up with wyverns in here, but there's a Hydra, which is kind of the clone of the Orochi, and he gets 2 attacks, and he can do 2 flaming breaths on you, but, yeah, it's not too horrible as long as you have something to heal yourself with. That's really the key factor in here, so I thought there was one more thing. The Archmage, who isn't really an issue in here because all of his magic is nullified. At least I think it's the Archmage. One of the higher-end mage class monsters. I don't remember if they can use Sweet Breath on you, but they're pretty tame in here. So I'm gonna walk back out, and I'm gonna meet you over by Rimmeldar. Alright, made it back over here. The other enemy we could have met up with wasn't actually a mage, it was the Salamander. So just beware his fire breath, I suppose. You think I would remember arguably the most dangerous monster in there. So something very interesting just happened that I didn't know could happen. First of all, Janelle got absolutely pimp slapped by the gold bashers there. But even more interestingly, they have a drop. They actually dropped a golden claw. So, the question is it cursed? So the answer to that was a resounding yes. Yes, it is. So I just went and sold that for like 11,000. And I went back to Hawksness and I grabbed Leonard and Shield of Strength there. So now everybody has one of those. So that is very nice. And since the start of the episode, everybody has leveled at least once. Leonard just learned Invisible? Why we need that, I don't know. It just has the same effect as an invisibility herb, so... But there is a level... I need one more level for both Hans and Leonard to get some much nicer things. Things I want to have before the very end of the game. But if you remember, in the first Dragon Warrior, there was a little shrine down here. And there still is. Take a look at what's in here. Hey, buddy. You really love you some weapon shop signs. This is the Shrine of Honor. Welcome, welcome. Now it is time that sunshine and rain do meet. I give unto thee this rainbow drop. Now, does that take everything? I assumed it would take everything. Oh, it doesn't take the sacred amulet. Oh, well, that's interesting. The reason that's interesting is because the sacred amulet, I believe... Oh, I don't have any room whatsoever. Oh, God. I believe the Sacred Amulet, if you equip it, it protects you from instant death spells. So, is there anything that even uses that from here on out? I don't know. There's still some of those, the pink version of the Hollow Ghost in this area, but... I'm trying to think if there's anything else in the end game. I can't recall off the top of my head, but I'm going to hold on to it anyway. So, I'll be right back. I'm just going to rest up and get ready to go. I didn't have too much to sell, but I cleared out what I can. Before you take off on this journey with me, make sure you have the final key. Make sure you have, obviously, the rainbow drop, which we just got. All of your wizard's rings. Very importantly, the sphere of light. Make sure you're taking that with you. And, yeah, that's pretty much all we needed, so. So let us go on one last adventure. To the northwest. If you are at all familiar with the... I don't think there was a rainbow drop in 2, was there? Oh, must! Man, I am fighting battles out the ass over here. Holy cow. Lots of stone hulks and those damn, the boss trolls, which I think regenerate still. So, like, it really pisses me off when I have these 4 guys and 2 of them are attacking one, and 2 of them are attacking the other one. So that really annoys the hell out of me. But let us keep pushing on anyhow. I need the experience anyway. Sooner or later, we're going to start meeting up with new enemies. And I've always just... Does Step Guard work on the poison... I don't know why I assumed Step Guard wouldn't work on Poisonous Marsh. Was that the case in... Was that the case in Dragon Warrior 2 that it didn't work? Oh, well, it does work. And here we have some green dragons, which we could have run up with when we were in the tower to go look for Rubus there. But what we want to do, these guys are very easy to... What the hell am I looking for? I keep thinking that spell is there, but it is here! If they're all in the same group, they don't have a lot of HP, but you can defeat them and just kind of move on with life. Easy enough. Can I make it? No way in hell. But it is boss troll madness out here. One more step. Oh my god, we actually made it into here. Now this is still pretty much Charlotte Castle, if you remember. It's almost exactly the same opening layout, where it had those 2... Well, you'll see up here in a little bit. Green Dragon Madness. So yeah, you kind of remember if... Charlotte Castle had that one path up the middle, which is where we want to go, and then it had those branching paths off the side, and they just loop up and down to that staircase and another one to the south. So there's absolutely no point in doing that. And here we have this a-hole mixed with the Hydra. Yeah, we need to get rid of him, so... the Hydra, like I mentioned before, we could have met up with him in the cave to go get the Shield of Heroes, but we did not. He has Flaming Breath. He's pretty much an Orochi, if I had to guess. The Orochi may have more HP, but... Yeah, I'm gonna definitely keep my HP. If it starts getting around maybe the mid-100s, I'm just gonna use a heal more on myself, just to kind of preserve MP. I don't really need to. But like I said, I'm not the level I want to be. I want at least Leonard and Hans to get one more level because of spells they learn at that level. So, yeah, I'm just trying to drag it out, and I am pretty much fighting and killing everything. So let us put the final key to use. Kerchunk. Hey, buddy. Oh. Can't get out of here. Now, if you just walk around for a little bit, eventually something will trigger. But do make sure you're ready for it. If you're fairly low HP, we're still going to fight random battles in here, unfortunately. Sooner or later, there we are. From out of nowhere, ominous voices are heard. We are the gods of the Master Archfiend's chamber. And you're going to be forced, you saw the 6 statues in there. Each one of those represents a pair of granite titans that we're going to have to deal with. So, I don't know if we ever ran up with these guys, but they get 2 attacks, and they're pretty much the... I guess I could say they're almost the ultimate endgame enemy here, because they do a lot of damage. So I will take care of these guys, and... yeah, just go for it. Just get rid of them. If you guys would pick one or the other, that would be... no, let's just go back and forth. I think what's happening there is they're trying to attack the lowest HP one, but it's not going so well. There we go, I knew we could do it. Alright, so now how this works is I think every 5 steps it'll force you into battle with another Granite Golem pair. And like I said, you can still meet up with random encounters in here. Alright, took care of those guys, and there was a Troll King battle in there. You can meet up with those guys, so be a little careful of those and prevent yourself from getting limboed. But don't forget, you can cast Limbo on them. Limbo's basically, I didn't really go over it too well, but it's basically an upgraded version of Expel. If you use it and it gets rid of an enemy, it has a better chance to work, but you don't get the experience or anything for it. But do you remember, somebody was saying somewhere that there's a hidden staircase, so let us put that to use. No, you're not a pit at all. Okay. And that is where we would come up if we fell down these pits here. Oh, goody! So, up, up. And we'll do another up, up. So, left. Oh, shit, what one was that? Okay. So, let's go right, down, down. Right, and left, up, left. Okay. I think there might have been a treasure in one of the off branches there in the Game Boy version. Somebody, if you guys are playing along in that one, let me know. I was curious. So let's take a look at these a-holes. Swordoids really suck. These guys get 2 attacks, just like all their counterparts. And... oh god, what do I want to do here? I don't remember what they're susceptible to either. I think they can get critical hits, and with them getting 2 attacks, that's not really any fun. Fire seems effective, and I think they can cast either Heal More or Heal All. One of the 2. Heal More! Oh, well, they're apparently very resistant to Inferno Space spells, so there you have that. Oh, we can't get rid of it beforehand. We gotta make sure he attacks again. Why not? That's the way of things. Look at that experience. And Janelle goes up another level. I think Claudia got a level up earlier in this dungeon if you're so interested in that type of information. So let us put the Heal All spell to use. So there's also a treasure at this branching path here that is absolutely worthless. But for the sake of saying I grabbed mostly everything, I will go get that. So if you're having trouble here, don't come over here. And we can get all the way over here. That's impressive. We can get the multi-edged sword, which is cursed. I think it has... I want to say it has. I would hope it has a higher attack power, but it reflects some of the damage back on you. So I don't know why you would want that. But let us continue on. Nothing but Swordoids in here, holy cow. And after that Swordoid battle, Leonard got to 34, and most importantly, he learned Bee Dragon, which is awesome at hunting metal stuff. What that does is it turns the caster into a dragon on the initial turn, and then in the next turn, I believe they can just regular attack, but they also have a Flaming Breath, which pierces defense. So if they use that on a group of metal babbles that are still there the next turn, they're all dead, so that helps out. And very importantly, we got the Heal Us spell, which is group healing, finally. And that was fun, a Granite Titan mixed with 2 Archmage that get the jump on you. So the Archmage battles, there's a lot of them that have 2 of those guys in there, and you have to get rid of those guys first, because they do have the Revive spell. So if you just kill, even if you're just killing one of the Archmages, if you just kill one, they instantly revive the other one. So you can't, I couldn't go after the Granite Golem in that instance, just because, well, there's not a whole lot I could have done. But yeah, they double exploded at me in the first turn, and the Granite Golem punched my face in a little more, so I'm not dealing with that stuff. If I can sneak all the way around. And hey, here's the... Oh god, I don't want to do this battle so badly. So, I don't know if that will work or not. But I want to absolutely get rid of these guys. Like I said, they have Explode It. Well, there's one of them. Instant Revive. So yeah, it's like even if he was predetermined, like he was otherwise going to cast Explode It on that turn, he just, never mind, reset. We're going to do Instant Revive instead, so. So I'm just going to send everybody after the Archmage and hopefully get rid of him before he revives again. There we go. So yeah, I would rather... Ugh. Son of a bitch. So yeah, it's kind of a crapshoot when you're dealing with 2 groups of those guys. I don't know what else they can be paired up with in here. Let's do Heal All on Janelle before she's horribly murdered. He's got some lovely pink eyes, though. I'll give him that. Really likes Janelle for some reason. And goodbye, sir. Hooray! Although we all want a green mustache, hey, Hans gets up to the next level. And... oh shit, please learn. Oh no! Well, that's unfortunate. Remember way back when I said you have like a percentage chance, like a 50% chance to learn a spell on that level? Hans was supposed to learn a very good healing spell called Heal Us All, which, as you might expect, heals everybody all, so... Oh, I don't have enough time either to get to the... And I guess if I really wanted to, I could grind another level in here. But, dealing with this stuff does not sound appealing at all, so... Not many battles going on in here. Oh, fuck this! Alright, let us do... yeah, I have a little bit of... I'm gonna put the... Oh, well, if you're just gonna get rid of one. I'm going to put the Barrier skill to use. What that does, it reduces damage from Flame Breath even further. So he's, instead of doing 80, he's doing 50? Ugh. God. I didn't think you could ever meet up with 2 of these guys in the same battle, but, well, there you have that. Now you see why I've been hoarding those Wizard's Rings and not using them. 4,000 experience. And if you come across here... Hey! Hey! That looks like something which we will need to heal up for. But you don't really, I'm just gonna do it just because I gotta... No, I don't want to do that. Just because I have to anyway, so... Let's put you... And I'm very, very low on MP. Thankfully, we're almost out of here. Well, as out of here as we're ever going to get. Technically, we're never going to leave this place, so... What's going on here? Find out after my bullshitting, so I'll see you guys later.